Newly arrived migrant workers in the construction, marine and process sectors can soon serve the bulk of their stay-home notice period in quick-built dormitories. Second Minister for Manpower Tan See Leng said these dorms will serve as new migrant worker onboarding centres under a pilot program.
So from March 15th, these workers will serve SHN for 4 days in hotels while waiting for the results of COVID-19 tests that they have to take upon arrival in Singapore.
If they clear these tests, they will be sent to these quick-built dorms to serve out the rest of their quarantine period.
They will go through a residential onboarding program there, which includes an enhanced medical examination and expanded settling in program.
This enhanced medical examination program will entail a more comprehensive and rigorous screening to enable appropriate health support and interventions. For example, workers above the age of 40 or with risk factors will also be screened for chronic illnesses like diabetes, high blood pressure and high cholesterol. This enables us to identify these risks earlier and have a more effective, targeted downstream patient care. It also reduces potential work disruptions and unexpected medical costs for employers from untreated health conditions. The residential settling in program will also inculcate better dormitory living and worksite practices amongst migrant workers who have just arrived here to help them understand their employment rights, the kind of good health practices, and Singapore's social norms. And for instance, workers will learn to adopt the safe management measures, to learn how to use contact tracing devices, safe entry check-ins, as well as the foreign worker mom care app to monitor their own temperatures, update daily health status, and access telemedicine if symptoms are reported. And our guest migrant workers will learn when and how to seek help when they are unwell or when they need assistance with employment disputes. This NWOC brings together various entry processes as one efficient, seamless, integrated end-to-end process. Centralizing, coordinating the operations and functions together also facilitates faster reaction times, as well as it allows us to adapt and be able to preempt better preparation for future pandemics. It benefits employers, workers, and the general community in Singapore. For employers, bringing the processes together helps to lower the risk of transmission from imported cases, enabling the entry of more migrant workers to support our businesses where they are needed.
Dr. Tan also announced that all dormitories will now be regulated under a single law, the Foreign Employees Dormitories Act, or FEDA.
This will help authorities prevent and more quickly contain disease outbreak in the dorms.
All dormitories, whether regulated under FEDA or not, are subjected to a set of regulatory requirements set by the various government agencies covering areas such as building and fire safety, minimum living and hygiene standards, and FEDA imposes additional requirements in areas such as public health and safety, security and public order, and the provision of social and commercial facilities as well as services. Our experience in containing this pandemic in the dorms highlighted the need to strengthen our regulatory levers in order to enable us to raise and enforce housing standards very quickly across the various dormitory types and sizes, and to introduce new housing standards to make dormitory living more resilient to public health risks.
Well, Dr. Tan also said MOM will engage stakeholders in the coming months to review expanding the scope of FEDA. It hopes to complete the review and provide more details in the second half of this year.
And highlighting MOM's efforts to protect the employment rights of foreign workers, Dr. Tan said under the Employment of Foreign Manpower Act, employers who underpay their workers could be fined up to $10,000, jailed up to 1 year, or both.
Mr. Singh asked for the details of the number of migrant workers who are unpaid and the details of the restitution made. Between 2015 and 2019, 950 errant employers were caught for not paying the foreign employees their contractual fixed monthly salary or inflating the salaries with no intention of paying them the amount that has been declared. There were about 1,400 foreign employees affected in these cases. Exploitation in any form is not fair to employees and is unacceptable. For underpayment of salaries, we will get the employers to make full restitution of salaries owed to the foreign employees. The vast majority have been able to recover their salaries in full. For willful employers, MOM will take further enforcement actions, and failure to comply will attract additional penalties, including payment of fines and serving an imprisonment sentence. Underpayment of salaries to any employee, foreign or local, is not tolerated, and we will not hesitate to take actions against any errant employers and parties who abet the offence.